It's better to have good bait at the end of the season as well as the beginning of the season. Because I've seen before where somebody is only getting a little bit of bait and it's good, it's bringing the bears in, and then they start feeding them stuff that you and I wouldn't eat. Bears will eat what you and I will eat. And if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, and they're not going to do it. It's all spoiled, rotten meat. They don't want to eat that.
The Michigan DNR encourages both residents and visitors alike to make the most of the outdoor activity that the state has to offer. They also want hunters and anglers to be successful in their pursuits, as long as they are legal and ethical. One way in which they assist hunters is to offer a class that covers the ins and outs of bear hunting. The teachers for this class are Sergeant Grant Emery.
When there's money involved, people get greedy. So there's a lot of good guides out there, all right? I don't know, who in here is actually using a guide? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I might.
5, okay. I actually encourage you to use a guide or at least have one on standby if you need one, all right? A lot of you that, you know, if you take 10, 12, 13 years to bear hunt to get a tag, it's a hunt of a lifetime. I see a lot of gray out there, all right? It may be your last opportunity to bear hunt in Michigan.
And Officer Josiah Killingbeck.
You'll be surprised how far bears will run. So bears, they can put tennis shoes on, they do like to run. I think the longest race I've ever had was 25 miles, where dogs chased the bear and the bear was still going. Dogs wore out before the bear did. So they can go forever.
As well as Ed Shaw from the DNR's Outdoor Skills Academy.
What is that data telling you? Well, it's telling you that you probably had to cover 112 miles on the Gladwin unit to kill a bear. So that's per square mile. Like Baldwin's 38, Red Oak's 25, because they had a very high harvest rate, right? So more bears per the area, less area you had to cover. And if you're hunting down here, half of you guys in this room that are hunting the Baldwin, the Red Oak, or the Gladwin units, almost 50% of you are going to be successful. That's a good feeling, isn't it?
The instructors strive to cover everything a bear hunter might want to know, including appropriate hunting gear, setting up a bear bait, a bear's habitat, bear hunting rules and regulations, as well as caring for a bear carcass after it has been harvested.
Last week I got into 3 mean bears that would not climb, not gonna do anything. Only thing they want to do is fight. And I had a bear come after me, and then fortunately the dog stopped the bear from getting too close to me. And then, so there's some bears that they just refuse to climb. And that's when it gets intense.
Deer, bear, most animals are edge animals. They follow those edge lines. So if I'm looking for a place to bear hunt, I'm gonna like those aspen, lowline swamplands, around a cedar swamp or a hemlock stand, preferably old growth. And I personally like the edge of a thick pine stand right up to that cedar swamp or that change, because they will come out of there, they follow that edge because it's easy walking. Animals take the path of least resistance.
I've seen a guy with a bear at where the peak of this room is, shoot at it 3 times with the rifle, so shooken up, and missed it all 3 times. He had to sit down and smoke a cigarette before he shoot it. So, you know, buck fever, bear fever, whatever you want to call it. All right, it's all about training, right? You want to make sure you're practicing with your equipment, no matter what it is. Bow, muzzleloader, crossbow, rifle, whatever. Practice, practice, practice.
In addition to education in the classroom, the instructors also offer some hands-on training outdoors regarding techniques for setting up a bear bait.
Cut a big tree cookie right there, and then I usually put big logs on top or rock on top so that the coons can't push it off. And this will pretty much prevent your coons and your coyotes or anything from getting into your bait. Like Josiah said, I'll have more coons on trail camera than I will anything. 4 or 5 a night, and they'll eat you out of house and home. So you don't want to waste your money feeding other critters you don't need to feed.